Good morning, family. We're headed out to do chores this morning. We've just got kind of some general farm work that we have to get done today. Everybody needs to be fed. We got to move cows. Pigs need to be fed. The electricians are here again, working actually on some interior stuff this time. We are having them put up ceiling fans in the rest of the house. And supposedly we're supposed to have the inspector from the county come out and check the electrical on the... I'll push you on the swing. You want me to push you on the swing? Okay, come on, I'll push you on the swing. We're supposed to have the inspector come out to check the electrical on the barn, and that way the electric company can connect the power to the barn, which will be totally awesome. We can't wait to have that happen. So come along with us today as we just spend a day doing work on the farm.
I came. That's why I put all those there. And help too. Whoa! Sorry, Mom, but it's fun.
Is it fun?
Faster, Mommy. Every time to go, chicks will go.
We had some pretty serious rain and winds yesterday, so part of what I need to do is just kind of scope everything out and make sure everything is fine. I came out in the evening just before dark and checked the cows and the sheep and everything, and everybody looked fine. So I think they're fine. Everybody's pretty protected spots, so I think we're fine. But we did have to pack a bunch of stuff. We had the trailer full of wood right here. So we ended up just putting it in the barn. One, we're going to use it here anyways. And two, I just didn't have time yesterday to get it unloaded. Or we didn't have time yesterday to get it unloaded. So we just backed it into the barn and figured, what the heck, it worked just fine. So I'm out here, I'm going to feed the chicks, and then we'll head over and check the sheep and get the goats out into their area. The electricians, when they were coming up, they said there was a big snapping turtle coming up our driveway. So Elle and I just hopped on the quad, and Pickle too. We hopped on the quad to go see if we could find it. And it's huge, and we're not getting anywhere near it because it's kind of scary. But it's a big guy, and it's a little frightening to know that this thing is hanging around our farm. Get off me, Elle.
Oh, that's...
Got some metal rabbit cages for the bunnies, and today is supposed to be pretty overcast, so my intention with them is, I'm hoping this will work, is I'm going to put them in it and leave I think they have a bottom tray or whatever. I'm gonna leave the bottom tray off, and that way I can put it on the grass, and they should be able to eat the grass like through the holes of the bottom of the cage. So I'm gonna go put those together real quick and see if I can make this work. And obviously I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on them and make sure that they don't, you know, that it doesn't get too sunny and they get too hot, because rabbits don't like to heat. I've got some cardboard boxes. I'll probably put a piece of cardboard over the top of it just to protect them from some of the sun. But I'm basically made myself a rabbit tractor. So I'm gonna go put these together and get the rabbits out on the grass. Check out on the cow herd this morning. Make sure that they're good. I was just looking, there's hoof prints on the floor, or on the ground out here, but I think it's from the goats. So sometimes the goats are, oops, sorry about that. Sometimes the goats are kind of jerks, so I have to have Ryan get behind them in the quad and help sort of herd them around. Let's see, water is full, that's good. Looking for everybody. Oh, we got some cows out, so that's not good. All right, some cows are out. So I tried a different thing when I moved paddocks. I only used one line. Hi, Oakley. And I think that just it's one of my small cows, I think, that's out. So I think that because it was only one line, he just walked right under it. But we're gonna go get him back in. Hopefully he's the only one, but he's the only one I see. So hopefully, I just turned the fence off and we're gonna wander over here and see if we can get him back in. Like I said, hopefully he's the only one. I see the rest of the herd. The nice thing about cows is they really actually do want to stay. Oakley's following me. Hi, pretty girl. They really do want to stay together. So for the most part, they don't really wander off a whole lot. Come on, big boy. Come on, big boy. Come on. Come on, Joe. It's Joe. Come on, Joe. Come on, Joe. Come on, Joe. Psst, 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 psst. Come on, Joe. Come on, big guy. Come on, Joe. Come on, Joe. Joe, don't be a butthole. Well, that didn't work, so we're gonna go on to attempt number 2, which is using food. And I bet you, right, here we go. He definitely wants in, poor guy. He didn't quite understand what happened here. Come here, Joe. Come on, baby. Come here, Joe, look. Joe, Joe, Joe. Come here, Bubba. Come on. Come on, Bubba. Come on, Joe. Come on. Come on, Joe. Come on. Come on. Come on, handsome. You're all right. Come on. Come on. Attempt number 3. He wants in, but he's not wanting to go around the fence, so come on. Come on, get in there. Come on, get. We're gonna use the other cows, his cows, to hopefully get him in. Come on, Joe. Come on, big boy. I don't know why he's being such a butthole. He wants to go in with his cows. Come on, Joe. Come on, Bubba. Come on, Joe. Come on. Come on, Joe. I tell you, there are days where livestock doesn't work for you. Okay, we're gonna keep trying. We did the old head in the feed bucket trick. But I got him, dang it. I don't know why he was being such a butthole. The other herd is not quite like accepted my 3 cows yet. I think that I don't want to say they bully him, but they definitely, you know, kind of push him out of some positions. So I just need to make sure that he's not being mistreated by them. But I think it was just a culmination of everything. Maybe he got shocked when he went out the fence, or who knows. But he's in, that's done. Now I can go build the rabbit cages. Also, all the other cows are in, I counted. We got 13, so we're good. All right, let's go build these rabbit cages. Come here, let me see it. Oh, nice.
He's a toboggan frog.
I think that's a toad.
A toad?
I think so. I think that's a toad and not a frog. See how he's just kind of sitting there? I think that makes him a toad.
Him. No, I made a spot right here, see?
They love the frogs. There are lots of frogs here and they love it. But there's lots of everything here. There's turtles and frogs and bugs and yeah, it's pretty awesome that they get to experience all that. So, all right, so I got these built and I think the holes on the bottom, this is the bottom. Good job, Pickle. Good job, baby. The holes on the bottom are a lot narrower, more narrow than the top. And since I want the actual grass to come through, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna turn, I think I'm gonna put them upside down. So I'm gonna make this the bottom. You can see that the holes are a lot bigger. That way the grass comes through and, you know, they kind of do what I want them to do. So I'm gonna get them set up over here. I'm gonna put a piece of cardboard. I have some cardboard boxes over here from Ivory's kennel, and I think that it'll fit like perfectly over the top of them. So I'm gonna get them set up and get the rabbits in there and we'll see how it looks.
He's a toad. He's a toad. Look at him. He's a toad. He's a toad. He's a toad. Look, see? He's a toad. So they're not quite sure about it yet, but they will, I think they'll figure it out and I think they'll like it. We've been picking grass and giving it to them, but I think that they'll like being out here, and they've got shade now, but we've got this side open, that way they can get some fresh air. So, and this will be good to have them separated. I noticed that this little guy, this one right here, has some bald spots, so I think that this little guy is maybe picking on him, and they had said, the breeder had said that once they get to a certain age they will start doing that. So it's good to get them separated, and that way they have their own spaces, and yeah, but I think they're gonna be good out. All right, well, I actually ended up getting the girls down for a nap, lunch and naps before I got everything done, so I need to finish with the guineas. I just gave them some water. They need to get fed, and then we got to go out and feed the pigs and then do a round of afternoon water checks just to make sure that everybody's troughs are full and everybody is doing okay. So let's get the guineas fed and then we'll head out and check on the pigs.
was hungry. So we actually have a little trailer coming, hopefully today. It's like, I don't know, 4x6 or something like that. Perfect enough for a bunch of buckets that we're going to be using for hauling feed out to the broilers and the pigs. We can either tow it behind the side-by-side or tow it behind the quad. But in the meantime, it's supposed to be delivered today. I've been anxiously waiting for it. It's not here yet. So in the meantime, what we've been doing is just filling up buckets and putting them in these baskets on the quad. So I will actually end up having to make 2 trips because I don't have enough space for all the buckets that I need. So we're going to get these buckets filled up, get 1 round out to the pigs, and then we'll come back and finish up the rest of it. Them, and while their water is kind of topping off, it was pretty full. We've been really good about coming out here, and not really good, we've been doing our job and coming out here and making sure that they have plenty of water. It's been warm and humid, so we want to make sure that they're all situated. So anyways, I'm gonna do a round on the fences and just make sure that all the fence is not covered in dirt and there are not any spots that they can get out. So we're gonna make a round around the perimeter of the fence line and just check everything out. So you can see this spot where they've gone over, pushed the mud onto this fence. So I'm just gonna lift the fence off over it and just kick some of that mud back on there. It just doesn't conduct as well when there is mud or dirt caked on the bottom. All right, everybody looks good. They're fed, water is mostly full, and I'm going to turn their charger back on. Make sure it's flashing green, and we are good to go. I'm going to head back up. All right, now we're going to head out, check the cow and the sheep water, and then we will, I think, be done. I don't think there's anything else I needed to do today. We need to work on these brooders, but I think that's going to have to be tomorrow with the electricians being here and stuff. Ryan's been inside kind of supervising them, just making sure that they're putting everything in the right place, while the girls and I did all the farm work, and we just didn't necessarily get to the brooder. Depends. He actually hurt his foot, so he's kind of been laid up the past couple of days. So I've been sole proprieting it on the farm work lately. But everybody looks good. Everybody's lounging in the shade over here. Their water's getting a little low. I think we're gonna fill up their water. It's about halfway. These cows, they go through a lot of water. Actually, I'm gonna try and fix this thing while I'm out here. So we got a new float valve for our water trough, and apparently we installed it upside down. I think that should work. I'm gonna go turn the water on and try it out. All right, well, it seems to be working now, so that's good. Of course, I get finished up and walk into the house, and Ryan looks behind me and he says, "There's a sheep out." So there was a sheep out. Luckily, I was able to get back in. I did not grab the camera before I went and did it, because sometimes that's just too much work. So I got her in. I'm gonna go fix the spot in the fence where I see that she got out. It's just a spot, basically, they've almost eaten down that paddock that they're in, and they just cleared an opening on the fence. So I'm gonna go grab a couple of like wire rack shelf things that I have. Then probably just zip tie them right up there and get it to stay. So you can see the spot here. And of course it's not noticeable and they couldn't get out of it, but there's this opening, and then there's one. I think that other side will be fine, but we're gonna put something here. I'm just gonna put a piece of metal right here until they get out of here, and then we'll get this fixed. This obviously needs a gate. We're obviously still working on a lot of things around here that need to be repaired, you know, hanging gates in places that don't have gates or have something like this, fixing fences, you know, just kind of making things work for us how we need it to. You know, there's a lot of things here that need to be repaired, replaced, or changed. Anyways, I'm gonna get this this fence fixed where this gate is, and then I'm heading in because I'm done. This is about an hour and a half past what I wanted to be working today. The girls are already up from their naps, so I didn't really get a break, you know, for myself, and yeah, so I'm gonna get this done and heading in. Well, that's about as janky as it was before, so I guess it fits in. All right, I am done, folks. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.